Hi everyone, what's going on? Nexius here, bringing you guys another video. Today, we will not be using an experimental character. I will be using my actual Holy Grail Sorceress on single player. So here we have a lot of gold to spend, and I figured now would be a good time to maybe gamble and make a video of it and see how lucky we get. So the best way to gamble is having a high level character and having two particular items. The first item is a Geeds right here for the reduces all vendor prices, preferably at 15%. The other thing you want, which unfortunately I do not have, is an Edge Bow. It's a 3-socket runeward Tyr Tal Amn, if I remember correctly. I need to find and pick up a 3-socket bow, and if you wear the Edge, you will receive a reduces vendor price as well. So having the Edge in the Geeds Fortune will reduce the cost of some of your items, as you will see in a second here. So you can see here the amulet costs 56,000. And if I take this off, wrong charm, my bad. It goes up to 63,000. So that's a pretty big deal. Every couple of purchases, you basically save enough to buy another one. So when it comes to basically gambling, you can pick up whatever you like. But the big thing that you really want to gamble is amulets, rings, and circlets. So circlets, tiaras, and datums or diadems. So we're going to take a look here and see if we can pick one up. So just going to keep going through, wait for one of the circlets to pop up here. Here we go. So we have a Coronet. This is one of them. The reason why you want to pick this, and this is because when it comes to rare items, most of the items in the game aren't really that valuable. The only things really is the circlets and the rings and amulets. And the reason why is because the rings and amulets can get faster cast rate along with strength, maybe even attack rating if you're playing like a barbarian. But most importantly, res, cast rate, strength, something like that. And it can make it more valuable than something like a Stone of Jordan in terms of what you want to equip. It's kind of similar to crafted amulets that some players go for, where they want cast rate, strength, 2 to all skills, for example. So that's where you can get the amulets as well. You might pick up 2 to sorcerer skills with 10 cast rate along with a ton of res. So it's a really great way to have a decent amulet with cast rate before crafting if you're not lucky, or even before Amaris if it's early on in the game. But I have Amaris, so technically gambling for this isn't really worth it for me, but I'm going to do it because I have the gold. My mercenary barely ever dies, so I might as well spend the gold on something, and it makes it for an interesting video. Now for the circlets, these are special because these can get you a lot of really good stats. It can be, for example, 2 to sorcerer skills, 20 faster hit recovery, strength, res, life. You can get a lot of different stats. So we gotta hope that we get lucky and pick up something along the lines of a rare circlet with skills just to show off something really great. So we're gonna go through with it. Unfortunately, we picked up a magic one, which is terrible. Going for the amulet here. And here we have a rare amulet, and we didn't get anything that great. One other thing I want to talk about with amulets in particular, you can see the item level is 89. So the higher the higher level that your character is, the better chance that you will get 2 to that class of skills. So not 2 to curses, but 2 to necromancer skills. So 2 to all of that class of skills. It needs to be basically a level 90 plus amulet, and the only way to do that is by having a high enough character. I forget what the level range is, but I think it's like -4 to +5 of your level range. So basically I'm level 92, so I should be getting 88 plus amulets basically. So you need an 89 or 90 amulet. I forget what it is. I don't gamble a lot, and it's been a long time. This is my first time gambling in, I would say, years. So I think it's about a 90 amulet that you need. So if you're about 94 plus, you will have the highest chance possible to get the 2 to class skills. You can still get them even if you're not 94, but the chances go down quite a lot. So I'm not going to waste my money on the rings. I'm not really worried about them. I'll just buy one, actually. And we didn't get anything good off those. Okay, we're going to go back to amulets now. So we have 2 circlets here. So maybe we can get lucky here. 2 to assassin skills. 1 to Amazon skills. Honestly, this is a major waste of gold. The chances of you getting something amazing is astronomically low. You can gamble sets and uniques off this as well, but it's like a 0.001 chance or something like that. I know it's not even a 1% chance. It's a very low chance of getting a unique or set item from this. So if that's what you're trying to find, you're probably better off not trying to farm for a particular set or unique this way. But you can focus on picking up rares if you're looking to sell stuff in terms of like JSP or even trade on Battle.net. The other thing too as well, 2 to sorcerer skills, 35 to life. Not that bad for a magic. Unfortunately, it's still terrible. But as I was saying, 3 to poison bone skills there. Unfortunately, no other stats. We're going to hold on to it just for collecting purposes. Not getting too much here. I'm being careful here because I don't want to accidentally waste gold buying something else because these things are expensive. As you can see here, everything's like 100,000, so I don't want to mess up on my purchases here. I'm not getting too much luck on the circlets right now either. So we're starting to get a little bit low on gold now. We're at about 1 million gold left, so it's going to be about like maybe 4 or 5 of these, depending if we get any circlets. So no cast rate on this, but we got 2 to combat skills and some lightning res. Not too bad for early on. Unfortunately, we don't need it. Poison damage, that's terrible. 800,000 gold to go. 66 to life, 2 to barbarian skills. This would be pretty nice early on in the ladder just to throw it on currently until you get an actual battle order helmet. So like that would be a pretty good example of early on barbarian gear. So some of these could be useful early on in the ladder. Unfortunately, this is on single player, 3 to shapeshifting skills. This is also a very good way of getting +3 skills on any item. So if you have a very bad amulet, you can maybe try and gamble for a 3 to cold skills or something like that, depending on what you're playing. So this is a pretty effective way of doing that as well. If you're looking into a plus skills amulet, basically. 27 magic find amulet, that wasn't too bad. And this is going to be our last gamble right here, so let's go. 3, 2, 1. And we got absolute crap. So the 2 decent items we got from gambling this little bit here is a 3 to poison and bone skills amulet and a 3 to shapeshifting skills amulet as well. Not the greatest. If it was like a sorceress element or even combat skills for paladin, maybe warcrafts for barbarian, we could get some value out of that. But unfortunately, we did not get too lucky there. So now we're just going to try and find where we can put these. I guess we'll just mesh them in with the other amulets here. Actually, I think I have a tab up in like page 90 something. Let's see. Okay, I do not. So we're going to page 30 then. And there we go. So that's gambling. I'm now pretty much out of gold, but I can make that back really quick, especially if I start doing some Travincle runs. If I start doing Travincle runs for, say, a Hell video. I have not done 100 Hell Trav runs yet, so I can definitely do that sometime soon. So when I get to that point, easy gold will come back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Nice little experiment. Unfortunately, nothing too exciting out of this, but 2 decent amulets at least. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.